What a view! What a view! Welcome to Scotland. We're in Glencoe, and as you can see, the neighbours absolutely love us. It's horrendous. The wind's picked up now, so I can lose this, but every now and again, the midges come out to play, and it's yeah, it's bonkers. So that is Glen Etive Mor, Glen Etive, or the Buachaille, or one of the above. I'll put down what that is anyway. So we've come down. We're going to do some wild camping, some landscape photography. It's now Saturday morning. We arrived here early this morning. We drove from South Wales, 10-hour drive, and got here very early this morning. So we've pitched the tents, we've had some breakfast, had a bit of lie-in, and it's now about midday, and we've come to check this place out just to see what it's like. And it's unbelievable. It's a fantastic spot. I'm really pleased to be here. So I'm with Matt, Jim and Grant, and they've all gone for a wander to take some photographs, and it's absolutely beautiful. Every now and again it goes a bit overcast, and I think that's going to be the best photograph. I've actually decided I'm not going to take a photograph just yet. I'm going to wait. I'm going to make this whole trip in Scotland about taking it in, enjoying it, relaxing and not rushing, and literally just spending as much time just taking in the view and not seeing it in this screen or the back of my camera. I just want to take it in and enjoy it. So yeah, I'm going to spend 10-15 minutes just sitting, make a coffee, get this view in, and then I'll think about taking a photograph. So this is going to be, it's Saturday now, we're here till Wednesday, so we've got a fair few opportunities to get up on the mountains, pitch the tents, get some awesome sunrises, some sunsets, and yeah, it's going to be a fantastic trip. So let's get cracking. See you in a minute. Given in to temptation, I had to take the shot. It was just beckoning me. Really pretty, really pretty. So yeah, got out of Jim's way now, so there seems to be one composition here which works, because I really like the motion and the detail of the rock in the water that's coming down. So I'm getting out of the way, there's loads of people that are trying to take a picture. So I had did a bit of an experiment with shutter speeds, and I think it needs to be quite fast, not too fast, but 1/6 of a second, just to give me enough detail in the motion as it came over the prominent waterfall in the foreground. But what that gave me a lovely detail, and I really liked it. It made, I was on the 10-24 with the Fuji, so it was quite wide. I was at about 14mm, so didn't get the whole scene in. I did struggle really to get the image to balance, because it didn't look like the mountain kind of lined up from that angle perfectly, so it was a bit awkward. A bit twisting and stuff, but when I got the composition right and I got the shutter right, it meant in the bottom right hand corner there was a clump of water that exposure wasn't long enough. But I watched it, give it about a minute and watched it, and you can see it was actually swirling around in that bottom right hand corner. So what I decided to do is replace my ND8 filter, which was giving me the 1/6 of a second, F14 I think it was. I replaced that with a 6-stop, and that gave me about 8 or 10 second exposure, which was because there's so much motion in that corner. Let that water swirl around, and I'll merge them two images together. It's a bit cheating, I guess, but making sure I wasn't clipping, so he's exposing the histogram as far to the right as possible, to get all that detail in the shadows without blowing the highlights. And then I'm going to use that corner, that bottom right, as my sort of foreground interest to balance the photograph a little bit better, because otherwise I really didn't like that bottom right hand corner. I think it messed the photograph up quite a lot. So yeah, get rid of what you don't like in an image. See if there's a way of well, if you look at a photograph and think, I don't like that, I love everything apart from that, see if there's something you can do about that particular aspect that you can correct. And I thought, well, just by changing the exposure, changing the shutter speed on that one aspect, that'll eliminate that problem. So hopefully this will be a nice image.
Hoping to achieve our
Whoa! That's a shame. This place is just unbelievable. Yeah, It's just overwhelmingly pretty. There's so many places we've been pulling over and just getting out of the car, taking advantage of not using the camera, just taking the views in, and it's just absolutely spectacular. We drove past this earlier and spotted this lake, and all the rhododendrons, all the pink and purple over there. It's absolutely stunning. It's got really overcast, but every now and again there's a break in the cloud, and I'm really hoping that I'm going to be in the right position. I'm going to give it 5 minutes. The lads are just up there having a coffee, and I'm going to wait for the light just to catch their mountains over there. They're starting to. So every now and again, when the light changes, it changes the dynamic of the photograph. It just makes it pop, and then it goes really flat. When you miss the light, the image looks really flat. But it's so beautiful. All basically, it's just takes your breath away. Really does. And there's deer wandering around here as well. I don't know where they've gone now, but they're literally wild deer as well. It's absolutely breathtaking. It is unbelievable. I'm gonna be, we're gonna have a good time. So basically, I found this composition. I'll talk you through what I found. I mean, obviously, using the mountains, hopefully getting the nice light in the background, and I was just wandering around looking for something to have in my foreground. There's a lot of clutter. There's a lot of chopped down trees and a lot of sort of clutter, basically things I don't want in the photograph. So I wandered around and it was quite difficult, but I found this stump with a foxglove, I think it is, on the edge of it. Obviously the foxglove's kind of bare, but it's got enough colour just to balance the colour on this side of the photograph. So this is my bottom left hand third. I've got this stump dominating the bottom left hand third of the photograph, and then obviously when the light kicks off on them hills, that's going to, it's going bright on my face now, so I'm expecting it to go bright over there. And then obviously the pink on the edge of the lake. It's just, I'm struggling to concentrate really, because I just want to stand here and look at it and take it in. I am being overwhelmed by Scotland's beauty. It's absolutely incredible. There's so much to see, so much to do, and it changes so fast. So yeah, hopefully this is going to be a really nice composition. Obviously what's important in the image is having a really nice strong foreground, balancing it with the background. So I'm on a wide angle lens, but not too wide, so that I'm pushing the mountains away. I think I was on 14mm, was I? Yeah, I'm on 14mm on the Fuji. Just with the polarizer, just making sure that the polarizer is not doing too much. There's nothing really with any glare, and it's not really affecting the lake over there too much either. But obviously just making sure I'm exposing as far to the right as possible. I need to keep an eye on the histogram, because as I'm exposing to the right now, as soon as the light gets a bit bright on them mountains, it could clip the image. I don't think it is, but it could clip the image. But yeah, it's absolutely stunning. I was going to say staggering then with the deers around. It's probably a really bad choice of words, isn't it? But yeah, it's a really good image. F14, loads of depth of field, obviously making sure the background's sharp as well. But yeah, really enjoying this. Beautiful scene. I feel really bad that we're disturbing all this deer though. Yeah, fantastic. I hope this image is going to come out great. I'm going to like this. This is incredible.
What is it, Gareth?
Huh?
What is it? Is it the best ever?
This is incredible. This is incredible. Unbelievable. Yeah. This is going to take some getting used to. Castle Stalker. Literally a castle situated on an island on the coast. I mean, it's just breathtaking. The light is, the whole place, the lock, you can't see anything because it's so bright. Such a bright evening, absolutely incredible. We've just had dinner and we thought we'd come down and see what this is like, and literally in the last hour the sky is sort of cleared, it's opened up, it's gone calm, there's no, the water's perfectly smooth, it's just perfect. It's just perfect. absolutely typical, this is. I said when we got out of the car and I seen this, or you come down the road, and it just blew my mind. And I said, you can't fail to come here and get an amazing shot. And it's unbelievable. It's so, so pretty. But I tell you what, it's not an easy location to photograph. We've lost a lot of the reflections of the water. I'll show you that. A lot of the reflection of the water, which led perfectly up, joint perfectly up to the castle. I'm just keeping an eye on that light over there. I'm doing a vertical pano, and I'm just making sure that waited for the sun to go behind them clouds. And when it did, I knew that it was gonna, just check my histogram again, with the brightest part of the composition. So that's it, I'm gonna do another panoramic. Bracketing 3 stops, because I really love the sky. I really love the sky. I think the shot with the sky as a pano is absolutely superb. I've done a quick test on my phone just to see what it was going to be like. But the dynamic range now, which came out really nice on the phone actually, funny enough. But the dynamic range now, because it's so bright over there and so dark over here on where the castle is, it's a very, very difficult shot to balance. So with 3 stop bracket is my only option. Taking the polarizer off because I don't trust it with the clear parts of the sky. This shot has to be perfect. I'm at f11, which I don't really need to be, but it's so bright I'm getting away with f11 just to make sure everything's sharp. 2-second timer and boom. I mean, the light over there is just insane. That is the photograph over there. That is the better photograph, but we have to have this castle in the photograph. It would be sacrilege not to have this castle in the photograph. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. If this does it well, this will come out and this will be a belter. I'm really looking forward to seeing this image. This is going to be a belter. Unbelievable. Unbelievable for the first day in Scotland. Unbelievable. Oh, I'm so happy. To say I'm having a good day is an understatement. Look at this. It's just unbelievable. The castle is pretty much in shadow now. It's almost a silhouette. So what I've decided to do, it's really, when we came down, on the way down the road then we seen it, and we were like, it's mind-blowingly pretty. The conditions, the light, the cloud, everything, it's just unbelievable. I'm going to grab this now before I lose that cloud. It's just unbelievable. So when I got here, I was like, I can't fail to get a really, really good image here, because it's such an impressive location. The conditions are perfect. There was like no excuse, and the pressure was on. And I sent the drone up, and the drone footage looks amazing. And I couldn't find a composition without the drone. So I'm doing a panoramic now, and just keeping an eye on the histogram. Just making sure as I go, I'm going to have to multitask because that light is changing so fast. I think it's at its peak now. I think it's at its peak. So I'm just keeping an eye on the histogram at the brightest part of the panoramic, knowing I'm going to have to bracket these images and get that dynamic range. But that light, that sky, the conditions, we're starting to lose reflection in the water a little bit, but it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. What an evening. This is just perfect. The midges are out now, so I have to get my net back on, but it's just unbelievable. I'm so, so happy. We're all here. We've got a few beers as well, so we're going to crack them open in a minute. Enjoy this, relax, take this in. Yeah, fantastic. And that is the best of the light, the end of the good light. It's calmed down now. It's definitely calmer. I've had the best day, the best first day in Scotland we could have asked for. Weather has been challenging at times, but I think we've had some absolutely epic shots today. I think we've done really, really well. And just taking the time to sort of try and appreciate the environment we've been in, giving it long enough to sort of mean something to you, as opposed to just looking for a pretty foreground and a pretty background. But being there long enough, just keeping it simple, appreciating what was in front of me, I think made a difference, because looking at the photographs, as I've been through and looked at the photographs afterwards, I can't wait to edit them. And the bash is going to go on the Canon now, so I better say bye. But thanks so much for watching. We're here for 3 days, so I'll post another couple of videos. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. I'll see you again next time. Thanks so much. Take care.